Hi, I'm Sathi Roy. Welcome to my series, Conversations with Phoenix. Direct, powerful, and unfiltered discussions on humanity, the universe, relationships, and the cycles of transformation.
The reality is the constant, infinite circulation of emotions and perspectives and realities, actually, right? Realities. Reality is made up of a few realities because there is a reality where you could see something one way, this can happen with this person, I can feel this, but then there's another way that I can feel, and I can feel this person with this, the same person I can feel this way, yes. And we can go this way, and I can go this way. Like there's infinite ways that things in life can go down with anything, like a job, like a decision, yes. In any person, a partner, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, family, whatever.
And they all exist simultaneously.
They
at
do.
Any given moment. And that's really where you understand it doesn't have to be either or. It can be both and.
But how is that possible?
Because it's happening. It's understanding that every choice we were talking about it earlier, but every choice can then open up a pathway for a different reality.
Yes, this is true. Every single micro decision you make internally and externally,
yes,
makes a difference in the outcome.
It does.
And I think that is a hard thing for people to swallow.
I agree.
Because the reason why it's taken me this long or taken somebody else that long, and there's no time frame for when somebody is I'm done with my habits, I'm done with my cycles, I'm done with doing XYZ that I know is not good for me.
Yeah.
There's no time frame you're supposed to be a jackass until you're 24,
No, it doesn't. Life doesn't work again. We talk about rigidity, right?
Yeah.
Not being life just doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
There isn't a point, and you hear this a lot, especially in the spiritual community, where I'm healed. And it's at what point do you get the certificate, that it says you've officially cycled through it enough times that you're officially healed from it.
Yeah.
And you're never going to experience that emotion ever again. You're never going to experience a moment where you think about that habit ever again until the moment you pass on to the next life and rebirth. That's just not life.
Yeah, healed. A lot of people use that term, healed. Mm-hmm. And, I think it's because everything has an equal opposite. They use wounded, and so they're okay, wounded and healed.
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily true.
It also creates a false expectation that there's something still to achieve to.
Right.
That until then, I'm not healed. Until then, I can't. And again, it brings us to, is that really living in the now? Is that being in present? And so it's honoring that moment, allowing it to move through, but understanding that there's not some point that you have to get to far down in the future that says you're officially healed.
But what is the very definition of wounded, right? The what is wounded is when we say, I had my wounded yang, mm-hmm. Back in my 20s. What I'm not necessarily saying it's injured. I'm just saying what it actually is when you think about it, when you dice it down, what does wounded really mean? It means unbalanced. Imbalanced. Is it imbalanced? It means imbalanced. Because when you are wounded, as people say, okay. It's, that essentially looks like you operate out of a wounding, meaning you have defense mechanisms. You don't, you're reacting, you overreact, right? You're not behaving, you behave in certain ways, you have black and white thinking, you avoid, you numb, right?
Right.
You're operating out of a place of defense mechanism. That's what wounding means, right? You're operating out of a narrow lens of defense mechanism.
Right.
So that in itself is an imbalance. So that means, for example, my wounded yang in my 20s.
Right.
Was, and there's many reasons for it, which we can get into. And there's many reasons why it got here.